send your kids to college. The taxes should fall on those who have plenty of money and really can't even spend it fast enough.
All right, you got into a little heat recently when you referred to Iran, the elections there, saying that Iran could teach the world a thing or two about how to conduct an election. Were you just referring to the participation that 70% had voted, or what were you saying?
Well, two things. I was referring to the fact that 70% of the people of Iran voted, and they voted against the Death to America crowd. They voted for Rouhani, who was the moderate in that election.
Yeah, but a moderate in that country is like,
no, I'm not.
Right? I mean,
right. I'm not supporting Rouhani, but
right.
I just felt that, that's kind of a step forward. That was a turning point. That was a crossroads for
But you're not afraid,
Iran.
Jane, that'll come back to bite you if you guys get, suit up to fight the ring. Oh, listen to what she said about Iran.
You know what, Neil? If I worried about everything I said, I wouldn't be talking to you or Fox. That's for sure. And
Okay, so in the interest of fair coverage, balanced coverage, that was Jane Sanders, Bernie Sanders' wife. She appeared on Fox News talking about the Sanders Institute. Now, recently, Bernie Sanders spoke at the People's Summit. He also sold 300,000 books called Our Revolution. And in this interview with Neil Cavuto, Jane Sanders was questioned on how can you go against the top 1% when they are the top 1%. Bernie Sanders is very wealthy. The Sanders family is very, very wealthy. And I don't have anything against them for that. But some people do, And hey, he's trying to speak to the American people. She didn't want to say that he was not running in 2020, but she didn't want to say that he was running in 2020. I think that door is going to be wide open. So with this big, big news of them opening up the Sanders Institute, and I will post a link to the Sanders Institute in the description below. The thing about it is that they want to try to educate people on issues that they stand for. Her main thing that she said in there is that political parties need to rethink their mission. And yes, I agree 100% with that, because with this recent loss with the Democrat Party, and I think that the Democrat Party has really lost sight of what they really should stand for. When some people think of the Democrat Party, they think that that's supposed to be the party of the people, the working class, the average everyday guy, the average guy like me, And hey man, I was a blue collar guy my whole life, not real well educated. I'm not a Ivy League scholar. And you can probably tell just by the way I talk that I'm just an average person, and somebody like me could probably relate to Jane Sanders in several ways, because she speaks sort of like I do. But she dresses down with very little makeup, and Bernie Sanders, he's Bernie, and he's 79 years old, and he claims to be for the working average everyday guy. So we're going to look into this Sanders Institute that they started and see what's going on with that. You guys can check it out. It's in the link in the description below. It's kind of a big deal, and that kind of goes along with what I'm going to talk about in my next segment, how I think that the government needs to police itself before the American citizens do. So that's your report on the Sanders Institute, giving you balanced coverage to the Democrats today. And my name is Johnny Jetrod, reporting for Populist News. If you want to become a supporter, check out the links in the description below. Give us a thumbs up, share this report, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, America.